I got it.
Yep, you did it.
I did it. We're back.
Woo! Woo! I need to get you playing Bloodborne.
I want to. Whoa. I need to get caught up on other stuff. Although, you know, now that, like, everything's canceled forever, and we're all just...
shockingly, you might have time.
What
a concept.
Yeah. No, that is true. I would like to do that.
You do it.
I might start doing, live streams, though, for artsy fartsy.
That'd be good.
Gonna make some ert. Yeah. Like I think I started saying this in the last episode. A small silver lining in all this is that I have a huge... Hold on. Excuse me. I have a huge backlog of work. And this might give me an opportunity to actually get caught up on it.
Yeah.
That would be a hell of a thing.
You have the time now.
This time now.
Now that you're not going to do the convention circuit this summer.
Yeah. I'm hoping that by mid to late, I mean, there's no guarantee about what's going to happen, but, you know, it's like we were talking about, maybe it'll fizzle out by midsummer. Maybe it won't.
I mean, the thing, too, is that, like, even if it does and some of the conventions are still held, I think you and a lot of artists are going to have to be like, yeah, but is it still even worth it?
Yeah, like,
are
what's
they
the
going to have? Yeah, are they going to have to limit their size? Even if they don't, are people actually going to attend? Is it going to just cost me a lot of money to do this?
I think that people, as soon as they, and this is honestly kind of a little bit of a dangerous road to take. Oh yeah, this one. It's a little bit of a dangerous road to take, admittedly. Oh,
there she is.
Wait, I remembered I need the arrow for this one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Maybe I don't attack her yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think through here is the arrow.
That would make sense. That seems like a Zelda thing to do.
Yep. Well, there's a pet. Oh.
Well, I guess it doesn't apply to him, huh?
I don't care about your rules and your...
Applies to you, though. Oh, man.
Oh, damn it.
Alright,
here we go. Back.
All the way.
All the way. Boop-a-doo. So what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. I think that while this is a little bit of a dangerous line of thinking... It was this one over here, wasn't it? A little bit of a dangerous line of thinking. But I think once people feel comfortable, or essentially they get the all clear... They're going to want a sense of normalcy. They're going to want to go back to doing things they were doing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's necessarily a smart thing, because, you know, we could run the risk of the outbreak just starting all over again.
Yeah. Yeah, and if there's not a vaccine for it.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing, is that, like, places they might be like, well, we're opening, but we're greatly limiting,
yeah,
you know, attendance capacity.
I mean, again, I think I'd be personally okay with that. Just no touchy. No touchy! They are finding a lot of drugs that are effective in treating it.
That's good.
Yeah, and I think the FDA just approved a new thing that's, we're dating ourselves so harsh in this episode. As of this writing...
We do that in every episode.
Yes. As of this writing, the FDA has approved this, like... What was it? It was like a thing that can detect, a test that can detect the virus in 45 minutes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And that was on CNN, so there's some level of legitimacy there. Some level. Whoa. Woo. So it's gonna be very interesting. But
yeah, we'll see how it all shakes out.
Yeah.
And like I'm super into fucking like Disney parks and shit like that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I've been following all the news about all the park shutdowns, like
yeah,
because all of the parks are shut down all across the world, but also so are the cruise lines, so are the shops in all of downtown Disney and Disney Springs, like
yeah,
all of it.
it's just, I guess, like, it's just anywhere where large groups of people gather. And, yeah, I mean, that really sucks.
Yeah.
Did, were there workers getting paid time off, or how was that working?
Yes,
God damn it!
Disney cast members are getting paid.
That's nice. That's something, at least.
That is one good thing. I was not impressed with how they handled the college program.
What happened there?
So Disney's got their college program, which basically is like a college / like internship type thing that you do through Disney.
Interesting. Okay.
A lot of people have done it. I mean, it's not uncommon for people who live both in Florida and California to do it.
Right.
But a lot of people come also out of state. Anyway. When you do that, you're living on like Disney property in their housing and stuff.
Okay.
Disney basically sent an email to everybody in their college program and was like, go home.
Oh, Jesus.
Leave.
Oh, Jesus.
And they gave him like less than a week.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and it was like, on the bright side, they were going to still pay them.
Okay.
And they were also, because they shut down the college program.
Wow.
Like they shut it down, and they were like, when we reinstate and reopen the college program, you will all get first dibs back into it. So that's good, but it still doesn't change the fact that they basically kicked out all these people from their living situation and gave them like a week to get out.
That's pretty rough.
During a time where travel is increasingly hard to do because like airlines are shutting down and places are going on quarantine where you can't, like, if people lived out of the country and we're doing the Disney college program.
How are they going to get home?
How are they going to get home? Like, fucking Canada just closed, like, Canada and the U.S. just closed that border.
Oh, you can't get between Canada and the U.S.? Wow.
Yeah, that border just closed. Like, so I was not very impressed with that. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
But, you know, UT kind of did the same thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of colleges have done that where they're like, get the fuck out. And I'm like, you're just displacing a lot of people now.
Yeah, some people don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
Well, that was what I thought was, well, I remember my buddy, you know Lee. I mean, Lee, he called me the day that he got the order. Don't come into work.
Yeah.
And I remember he was pretty freaked out about it, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. But I mean, we talked about it, obviously, and you know, he really just needed to talk to someone.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, my mom's working from home.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because a little behind the scenes. Your friend Lee and my mother worked in the same department at UT.
Right.
My mom is retired now, but she has gone back to work part-time in the same, not the exact same place she was working, but like close to.
Okay.
But yeah, she's working from home now. She's just not going in.
Well, the problem, like, that Lee was talking about, Lee's issue is that he was in charge of, I think, I don't remember his exact title, but he was in charge of coordinating events. And now there's no events to coordinate.
Nope.
So, I mean, I don't think he was fired, but he was just kind of told, go home and now you have nothing to do.
Yeah.
So that's pretty rough.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing, too, is that it's like, yeah, you can work from home if there's work. If there's work to be done.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I mean, you know, a lot of people who are working from home are, like in the case of my wife, are kind of thriving. Like, she's doing really well because she really hated her commute. It really put a strain on her morning and evening, and it made it hard for her to get home or get to work on... God!
Well, it's just like it's shedding light on a lot of stuff too, where people are talking. They're like, I'm disabled and have been asking my job for years,
right?
If I can work from home or work part-time from home, and they kept telling me no, that wasn't possible. And suddenly, suddenly,
it's funny how that works, isn't it?
Suddenly, a bunch of regular folks, you know, regular able-bodied people, are having to work from home, and it's no problem. Interesting. You know.
Well, it's interesting. I think it just depends on the job, and I think it depends on the particular industry you're in.
See if we can get some hearts.
Go through all that again.
I mean, there's definitely some jobs where it's just, yeah, it's not possible to work from home. If you work in retail, unless you're like your own business selling from home, you have to go to work. Like, some places you physically have to be, but there's a lot of people that are discovering, they're like, my job didn't fucking need me in an office.
Well, I mean, I can see sometimes where, like, they need to have... there is still a lot of disruption. Like, you know, one thing that was a common thing are business meetings. You know? And Morgan's been having business meetings all week, but they're all over, you know, teleconference or whatever, and video calls and stuff. She doesn't use the video, but they just have to trust that she's there. Yeah. That is one thing that has been nice in all of this, is that her job is relatively secure because she works for the state government, so she's a pretty essential job.
Yeah, they're not going to stop.
Yeah, and she's damn valuable to them. I can tell you stories.
But I mean, like, I think it's shedding light on the fact that it's like, you know, businesses don't always need people in their offices 40 fucking hours a week.
Right.
You know? People are like, you know, some people have mentioned that they're like, yeah, it's because jobs want to keep an eye on you. You know? Like
just
they want to just kind of control you.
Right.
You know? But like, I don't know. It's a lot of very interesting conversations are starting to happen because of it.
There was something I thought was very interesting, which was one guy I talked to. He just started working for a telemarketing company, and when we were last talking, he was like, "Oh yeah, they're not going to let us work from home," and I'm like, "Why?" And he said, "Oh, because they're worried about us taking people's social security numbers over the phone." And I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna try something. Nope. Oh shit. Okay. And then a day later, he said, "Oh, I just got the work from home order." Funny how that works, huh?
Yeah, interesting.
I will say something I am genuinely excited about. Friggin' drive-in theaters are back.
Hey, apparently that's thriving.
Isn't that cool? They just opened one up in Round Rock.
Because people desperately want to get out and like see movies and stuff, but you don't want to go sit in a fucking theater with people.
Right, because people are disgusting.
They are.
I mean, and they're doing like cool classic movies too.
Oh, that's even better.
They're doing like the Goonies and Indiana Jones and stuff. I mean, I would kill to see a proper Godzilla movie in like a retro Godzilla movie in a drive-in theater.
Some old ass movie. Like,
yeah, old monster movie, old sci-fi movie.
Old sci-fi movies, yeah. That'd be a lot of fun.
Kill him before the other guy comes back. Oh! Oh! How long did that take? That took like 15 minutes.
Yep.
Oh my god. Alright, I think these are the arrows.
I think so. But, man, if we ever go back together, we ought to try to get an actual, like, car table at that Disney World restaurant.
Oh, absolutely.
The, like, drive-in theater themed restaurant.
I would love to do that.
I still had a lot of fun. Like, it was fun sitting at that little, like...
little flying saucer table.
Yeah, that was still very fun, very cute, but it'd be fun to get one of those actual car tables.
Was it this one or was it that one?
I think it's the one you're in front of right now. Yeah.
Oh, right. Wait, there was another one, though. This is the way...
Nope.
Oh, this is a different one.
Yeah, it's backwards. The other was on the other side.
Oh, so it is.
So you have arrows, but you don't have a bow?
No, I have a bow.
Okay.
Wait. Items. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put that one and
fairy
why?
bow.
Yeah, fairy bow. It's a fairy
But
yeah, it is going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
I think we've said that 7 times.
Probably.
Whoops.
I'm I am hoping that it inspires change in a lot of things. Like, I hope things just don't go back kind of to the status quo. I think it's... No, it's down.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Bitch. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Where'd he go? I think... Ah. Wait, do I have a key?
I think she's still in here, though.
Nope, don't have a key.
Go back down? Because I can hear her.
Oh.
Yeah, because you actually got to fight her. Because I think she lights that,
Right. I thought there was a different room I was supposed to go to. I agree. It's going to be very interesting to see how the world changes. Because you can't just have X number of the population out of work.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been watching a lot of the stuff on, like, you know, all these little Disney blogs and stuff, people who are into that, just seeing what's happening. Because, yeah, they're shut down.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're not the only one. Like, all the other big theme parks are as well. It's just Disney's the one that I follow.
Right. Well, I mean, that was something that everybody says in Japan, is that was one of the first things that got shut down over there, is the Disney parks. Oh my god, die already, please.
Which have only been shut down once before since I think they opened. Yeah, they shut down after the,
Fukushima?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because they were damaged or anything, it was out of respect.
Right. Well, that's the way some people have been describing it to me, is like, in Japan, it kind of feels like post-Fukushima. Like, life is going on, but there's this general sense of uneasiness. And, although granted, there's
I think that might be one reason why they were able to respond so quickly, is because they had those systems in place post-disaster.
Oh, yeah, well, like, the SARS and the SARS epidemic and everything really taught a lot of those East Asian countries, like, they know what to do now. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, go get the red one.
Let me see real quick.
That one might give you a key too, and that if it also drops a chest.
It's gonna. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. I remember this now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, made a noise. Nope.
Some bee. Yeah. Up above you.
There we go. Get that fire. Okay, here we go. Aha! Now what?
So did it.
They're so, like, weirdly cute.
I know, I kind of like them. They all have names. I always forget what they are.
Oh, yeah. God, I don't remember. Oh. There we go. It's just so interesting because I feel like right now all there is to really talk about is the coronavirus.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's kind of just consumed everything.
Right. In a way that like we were talking about in between episodes, it is going to be in a lot of ways the new 9/11, the new what did you call the new Columbine, especially for kids, where it's like everything is just. I just remembered one day everything was different.
Yeah, is that it might not come with the same trauma baggage that those two things did, but like especially after Columbine, where it's like this thing happened, and the next day, for an entire generation, school was different.
Right.
Like school was just different, and with 9/11, like things were just fucking different.
There we go.
You know.
Okay, I'm just gonna go this way.
No, go across.
What?
Yeah.
This way? Mm-hmm. Oh. No. Yes? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And go up
oh, right, because there was the locked door.
Yeah. And go up the stairs.
Magooshalations. I got to explain to Jeff on Rage Select the other day
what
about...
Magooshalations is?
I got to explain to him what... "Hail me" was. What does Megusalations mean? I actually don't know.
They were just joking around in some of the early episodes about like catchphrases to say, and it's kind of they just combined a bunch of words like that and it came out as Megusalations, and they were like, oh well, kind of just stuck.
Well, it's kind of like with
It started out as a joke catchphrase, but then it like became a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate these things.
Yeah, I hate them. They really activated my anxiety as a kid, where I was like, I don't like this.
So, you think maybe they're gonna come back in Breath of the Wild 2?
Oh my god.
Because Breath of the Wild 2 looks like it's gonna be a little bit darker. So I'm just thinking about like all the spooky because there were not a lot of like scary monsters in Breath of the Wild.
I mean, the thing that I think really would freak people out was simply the Guardians, because of the threat they represented. I can't go that way. Because of the threat they represented, and that musical cue would be like, "Oh God, I'm fucked."
Yeah.
Because that opening area, it was like, no, if you were, okay, how do I?
Go to the left. You haven't gone up those stairs.
Oh, I thought stairs? Ladder?
Ladder.
I
Or
thought
is that where you just came
that's
from?
just where I just came from.
Oh, I don't know.
Because that hallway was straight. Yeah.
Go to your left. Up. Left. Can you hop up that wall?
Hop up this wall?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is there anything up here?
No.
Wait.
Yep. There's a nook. Cranny.
Is there something to shoot?
Ah. Let's find out.
Let us see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like it's a different kind of fear, though, with the Guardians. It's just like, it's that adrenaline hook because you know they can fuck up your shit. They're not
I'm just gonna have that.
creepy scary.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
because if they didn't hurt you that much,
just kind of goofy and
Whatever.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, the Breath of the Wild 2, just with the way that, like, Ganon looks and everything, it looks scary.
Ganon himself is pretty upsetting.
And, like, the weird background music, like, or the backwards music going on in it, like, I'm getting kind of some Majora's Mask vibes from it. Like, it's going to be a darker game. And so I'm just going through my head, I'm like, what scary monsters could they bring back?
They could definitely bring back the Hredeads.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of monsters in general that they could... Wait, go back.
I was going to say, is there something in here?
Yeah, like climb up that wall to your left.
Over.
Like we did just in the room before.
Whoa.
Whoop.
Hold on. Oh, I get what you mean. Hold on, let me get this guy. I don't like it. Yeah, I could see, like, undead creatures, because there's not a lot of those in Breath of the Wild.
Nope.
It's all, like...
I mean, the enemy pool in Breath of the Wild is actually pretty small.
Right.
You know?
Oh, yeah, okay, so there is...
There's something in
Yeah.
to do. So you got that chest when you rotate the room. Is there
Oh, that's the
anything
boss
else?
key.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing else in here.
You might have to get all the Poe sisters before you can do that.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that have, like, twisted everything.
Yeah. Alright, well, since I have the arrow now, I can rotate... Actually... Oops. I made the couch move.
Anyway, what?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
one sec. No, like I said, you know, most of the enemies in
you
Breath
can
of the
shoot that right
Wild...
now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think that's what does it. Most of the enemies in Breath of the Wild, aside from the skeleton, the style versions, are very... most of those enemies are...
They're pretty standard.
They're pretty standard Zelda enemies, and
Because it's like, you have bokoblins,
Stalfos. I mean,
Moblins.
Lizalfos.
Lizalfos,
Bokoblins.
I said that.
Oh, sorry.
Bokoblins, Moblins, Stalfos, the big Hinox.
Yes, the Hinox, the sand monster, the Molduga. Molduga.
Lionels. And then stall versions of
The main character, the main ones.
the three, yeah.
Yeah. There's the Taloses, the
Four.
stone golems.
And then I guess choo-choos.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna count all the choo-choos. I'm not gonna split them up to like the fire choo-choos. There's a fucking same.
That one.
And keys.
Pieces.
And then guardians.
Yeah, and then the varieties of guardians. That is very interesting. That like
that's
the pool is not that big.
14. There's like 14 to 15 different enemies in that game. Like, and you pretty much only expand it if you add bosses or like variations.
Yeah, I guess I'll just.
I guess maybe if you want to add the Yiga clan.
Yeah, that is true. I mean,
But that would just make it 15.
considering
It's less than 20 enemies, basically.
yeah, and they didn't do all of the Zelda staples, like we said. They didn't do the Wall Masters. They didn't do the. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, something happened. They didn't do the Wall Masters. They didn't do the Redeads. There's a lot of characters they didn't do.
Yeah, a lot of things they haven't covered. Like,
But I think. Whoa.
they haven't done these fucking things. The
Yeah.
Deku Babas.
I don't think there were. There were. No, there aren't any Dekus. There's all Octoroks. They're all just varieties of Octoroks. Oh, I forgot about Octoroks.
Oh, I forgot about it. It's basically less than 20 basic enemies. You only expand it if you count different, like, typings of those same enemies, or if you're counting, like, individual bosses and shit.
He's gonna split in the little guys.
So
little.
wee.
Now they're dead.
Oh, yeah.
No, that'll happen.
The fucking wolves.
Yeah.
No wolves.
I mean, you really think about all the characters that are in. Think about all the characters that are in Twilight Princess and how many different kinds of enemies are in that game, and they really went all out for that one.
Like, so there's a huge enemy pool that they could pull from. I feel like there's another enemy type similar to like bokoblins and moblins that I'm
It's
forgetting.
such a vast game. Is the way I want to go? No, I don't want to go this way. That's like a switchback. Yeah, it's such a vast game. It really does a great job of tricking you into thinking there's way more to it than there actually is. Because there is just stuff. Like there's dragons that I remember when both of us started talking about, like, did you see the dragons? I'm not gonna go out there for those hearts.
That was something. Oh man, that was something that I feel like
What the?
Breath
Oh,
of the
right.
Wild did that I haven't experienced in a long time, and it's that feeling of like, did you see this thing? What about this thing?
Oh no, I haven't
Oh,
seen that
have you
yet.
tried to do this? That like almost
Yeah.
playground banter of like, you go out on recess and you talk to your friends about the thing you saw in this game.
Yeah, and I think that people have been really eager to recapture that. I do have to go back this way.
Because as wonderful and helpful as the internet is, it kind of killed that. Because like,
Yeah, well, after a certain point.
yeah, there's not a lot of mystery when you can just Google like, hey, what is this thing? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But because Breath of the Wild was so big and so expansive, like most people went in different directions and would see different things.
Yeah.
You know, at different times, and so you could reconvene and be like, "Hey, did you see this thing?"
Well, I just remember the instant that. Okay, no. There's a locked door that I remember we ran across, and it was back in the other direction. It was in the twisty room. We have to untwist it though. Jeez, on Christmas, this fucking thing. All right, before we go any further, I think we're at 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, well, we'll keep at this.
Yeah.
Look at that boy.
That boy.
Look at that boy and his hair.
Yeah.
He's got good hair.
Good hair.